Hi, welcome to our travel clinic. It's Tuesday, 24th of January, so only one more week and then we're out of January, so really good. We have 21 questions today, so let's get cracking. Click&Go.com. First one up, sun holiday for one adult and one child aged 10, and another room for one adult and two children 10 and 5, must have slides. Okay, best value in terms of families this summer, and it won't remain so for long, is Fuerteventura, and a really nice 4-star property down there with slides is the Pierre Vacances Origo More. So I had a look. I'm basing it on the end of June because of the children's age and primary school finishing, so going out around the 27th. The 1+1 was coming in at about €1,250 and the 1+2 was coming in at €1,800. So it's around €600 per person, including flights and accommodation, but that is getting into the start of July. It is a 4-star property. It includes the flights and 7 nights accommodation in a 4-star. So it's not a bad deal. Click&Go.com. Question here, Washington DC, nice hotel recommendation for early November, close to the restaurants, bars and the sites. Have 2 hotels for you, a 3-star, the Holiday Inn Washington Capitol, which is near the National Museum and near the Smithsonian, really, really good. And a 4-star, which is the Hotel Washington, which is very close to the White House. It was the W, it's now the Hotel Washington, an amazing rooftop bar that overlooks the White House. It might be Donald there. It's about as close as he's going to get, I think, this year. But Washington, seriously, amazing city. Great flights into Washington in the winter time with Aer Lingus and also some of the other American airlines. And most of the sites are free. So Washington is a really great destination for a bit of sightseeing. So the Holiday Inn Washington Capitol, the 3-star, or the Hotel Washington, the 4-star. Enjoy, Click&Go.com. We've one here from Claire, big birthday at Christmas, looking for 2 weeks, a holiday around the 20th of December. So 2 weeks over Christmas is going to take in the new year, especially if we're going out on the 20th. So it's not going to be cheap. So I had a look at Lanzarote, the Vulcan in Lanzarote, 5-star in Playa Blanca, 2,500 per person, which isn't bad when you consider the flights, and that's for 14 nights in a 5-star hotel. 4-star, not really saving a whole heap. If we look at Gran Canaria and we look at San Agustin, the Gloria Palace San Agustin, really nice 4-star, including half board is 2,400, or the Gloria Palace in Amadores coming in at 2,700. So there's some of the options. Not seeing flights for Madeira or Morocco. There are 2 others that I would have given you just at the moment after November, so can't quote on those, but they would be another 2 that I'd recommend you think about. Have a great birthday in advance. Do you do safari trips? Yes, the sales team can tailor make anything you want to South Africa or Africa to take in a safari. I did a great one down there a couple of years ago. We flew into Cape Town, did a couple of nights in Cape Town, hired a car, drove along the garden route, which was really lovely. Picked up did a bit of sightseeing on the way. Don't even ask me, I can't remember the names of the places because I'm that old, I forget these things. Headed into Port Elizabeth, and when you're in Port Elizabeth, there's an amazing game reserve near there called Pumba, P-U-M-B-A, spectacular, really, really cool. And the really good thing about that area in Port Elizabeth and safari in that area, you've no requirement for malaria tablets. So there's so much you can do in South Africa between Joburg, Cape Town and Port Elizabeth, the garden route, so much to see. The value is amazing at the moment because the rand is in the floor, so it is well worth looking at. And you want to do it in their winter, which is our summer, to get the best of the sightseeing. Click&Go.com. Another Christmas one. Everybody's getting ready for Christmas. We're only over it. What's with you folks? Tenerife from Shannon this Christmas, New Year, 4 or 5-star hotel. Again, pricey, but it's pricey because I had a look at the flights, and the flights alone going out around the 23rd of September are €700 a head. So they are pricey. Flights out of Shannon to Tenerife go every Tuesday and every Saturday. There's the lovely 5-star GF Gran Costa Decade coming in at $1,950, and there's a 4-star, the GF Finavi, coming in at $1,600. That's per person, including those flights, at €700 and 7 nights in Tenerife for a week over Christmas. Enjoy. One here, looking at Lanzarote for the October midterm, the fare is over 4,000 for a family of 5. Is this normal? This year, the October bank holiday weekend is the Monday, the 29th of October, so it's really going into that first week in November. Had a look at the flights that you're looking at, and even going out on Sunday, the 29th of October, so you'd be home in time for the schools reopening. The flights alone are €650. So the airlines are pricing high for Christmas at the moment, and they are pricing high for October at the moment. We have packages in there at around €4,360, including flights and 7 nights accommodation. So, but as you can see, when you're a family of 5 and you're working on airfares of €650 a head, you're going to head towards that sort of price point. So it is pricey. Hard to know whether the price are going to drop. My sense would be not, because the airlines know there's going to be a lot of demand. Perhaps have a look at Fuerteventura. It's going to be a cheaper option for you the October midterm. Click&Go.com. Accommodation recommendations for 4 adult and 1 toddler in the Algarve from the 19th to the 26th of May. 3 really peachy suggestions for you. The best lead-in, I've worked on 2 bedrooms here for 2-bedroom apartments for all of the options. So these are all 2 bedrooms. They all include the flights for the 5 of you, including the toddler, and 7 nights accommodation. The lead-in is going to be in Alvor, Club Alvor Ferias, coming in at $13.40, which is an amazing price. Slightly better standard, the 4-star Rocha Brava in Carguero, a really popular choice and where we recommend loads of our friends and family, coming in at $14.40 for the 4 of you plus the infant. And then if you want to push the boat out, the Alfagar Village, which is in Albufeira, just outside Albufeira, coming in just over the 2,000 mark. But to be very honest, something like the Rocha Brava in Carguero or Club Alvor Ferias in Alvor, 2 really nice resorts, 2 really good properties, and amazing value for money. That's the flights, accommodation for the 4 of you plus the infant. Click&Go.com. Family-friendly hotels on the Costa del Sol for families of 6. So what I've done is I've got a list of some self-catering and some hotel options for you. The hotels, obviously, you're going to have to take more than 1 room because no room in a hotel is going to take 6. The apartments, I am working on properties that will have 2-bedroom apartments. So starting in Benalmádena, the Sahara Sunset by Diamond Beach, some really nice 2-3-bedroom apartments in there, and that's just opposite the beach in Benalmádena, not too far from the marina. Down to Fuengirola, the Miramar, really good value property. Just beyond Fuengirola, at Mijas Costa, the Ramada Hotel and Suites by Wyndham, which the guys here saw and stayed in when they were down on a BAM trip in December to the Costa del Sol. Really good property, used to be the Club La Costa World, brilliant for families. On the other side of Malaga, Nerca, the Ana Marinas de Nerca, which the guys also saw and loved. So there are 4 apartment options. And then if it's hotels, we'd be suggesting you look at the Los Patos Park, Benalmádena water slides, great location, or the Sol Principe, which is right down on the beach in Torremolinos, and they were really impressed with that hotel. All of those great family options, all on Click&Go.com. Clodagh's looking for 1 adult, 2 kids, July, 4 or 5 nights, luxury, all-inclusive, and a budget of €2,000. You're not looking for much, Clodagh. I struggled on this one, but I didn't struggle too far off your budget. In Fuerteventura, and I was doing 5 nights because 4 nights is just so short. 5 nights in a 4-star Eurostars Las Salinas, all inclusive for the 3 of you, 2250, so just over €700 a head. Same price more or less in the 4-star La Branda Coraleco Village Hotel, really great property for family choice, and that's coming in at 2150, and that is all inclusive. So all 3 of you, all inclusive for the 5 nights, including your flights to Fuerteventura. And then in Lanzarote, price is going up. The 4-star Acora coming in at about 2470, so 2470. I wasn't getting any 5 stars within your budget, so it's going to have to be 4-star 5 nights, but I was looking 29th of June, which brings you to that start of July. Hope they work for you. Have a great time. City break for New Year away from the normal, what would you recommend? 3 really great cities. How about these? Marrakesh, exceptional, up in the Atlas Mountains in Morocco. It has to be, we were only talking about it last week in the office, it has to be the closest city to Europe that is the most different in terms of a city break option. Totally love it, wow. Seville in the south of Spain, different, traditional, and the Spanish just love all of their festivals and all of their excitement, so New Year is going to be great there. Sorry about our lights going off, we're just being sustainable here in Click&Go. And the last one I'd suggest for you would be Istanbul. Again, something different, tons to see, lots to do, so I hope they tick your box in terms of interest. So Marrakesh, Seville and Istanbul for city break for New Year. Hi Paul, looking for a bit of luxury for 2 adults, 1st or 2nd week of May, 8 nights. Here you go, here's a really good list. Let me start with the top tips. Kusadasi going out on the 29th of April, so you're going to take in the May Bank holiday weekend, so that means you're not having to take all of that time off. Our absolute top tip for Kusadasi is the 7 Seas Sea Light Elite. We've talked about it before, 5-star, all-inclusive, including your flights and 8 nights, €800 a head. So just amazing for 8 nights, including your flights and 8 nights, all-inclusive in a 5-star 7 Seas Sea Light Elite, Kusadasi, wow. In Gran Canaria on the 6th of May, 8 nights in the Radisson Blu Mogan, coming in at $740 on B&B. And then there are just so many other alternatives. Some of them 7 nights, so Corfu, Halkidiki and Rhodes and Agadir would all be 7 nights because they don't have that level of frequency of flights. So I've had to limit the 8-night ones, and another 8-night one I'd be calling out to you would be Madeira. We can't do 8 nights to Madeira because the flights don't work. I was talking about Lanzarote, 8 nights into Lanzarote. Some great 5-stars down there, especially in Puerto del Carmen, the La Isla y el Mar, the Farallones have done an amazing job, and the Lava Beach. La Isla coming in at just over 1,070 euros, something really, really special. But if you want a deal and you want something really good value for money, Corfu on the 2nd of May, 7 nights in the 5-star Almiras, 463 euros for a week, including 7 nights on bed and breakfast. So Corfu, 2nd of May, Almiras, 5-star, 463. You just gotta clickandgo.com. 25 years married in August, 2 adults, 2 12-year-old kids. We're thinking Mexico, but open to suggestions. Oh my God, great choice. Have a think about Mexico or the Dominican Republic. Have a look at the Dreams properties that we have on the website. All inclusive and amazing facilities, absolutely perfect for families. So that's any of the Dreams properties in Mexico or the Dominican Republic. You're going to get incredible value for money. It's 5-star luxury, it's all inclusive, great facilities. Happy anniversary, well done, clickandgo.com. Somewhere quiet for a couple in their late 50s. You don't tell me whether it's summer or winter, so we'll just keep it to 2 suggestions, Sandra, and if you want to message us further in terms of the timing, we'll do something more tailored. If it was winter and somewhere quiet, I'd be thinking Madeira. Really nice, low key, but just absolutely perfect, and so much to see and do, really ideal. If it's summer, you might think I'm mad suggesting Mallorca, but there's a resort called Camp de Mar, and it is just absolutely idyllic. You have to go. It is spectacular, it is gorgeous, it is really special, and it's more about the fact that Mallorca has something for everybody. Clickandgo.com, enjoy. At the Boston Park Plaza, but you just gotta go. It is super and so much to see and do. I hope that's a help for you, and enjoy. Clickandgo.com. And here's another one from the lady who was asking about Boston. Any deals for 5 or 7 days in the sun for solo travelers, February to mid-April. Currently, the best deal for solo is probably Morocco in terms of the hotel prices and the minimal increase when we go from 2 sharing up to 1 sharing. But if I was going to Morocco, I'd be looking for really decent 4-star on the beach with plenty of facilities. So if you don't fancy going out in the evening time, you want to eat in the restaurant or cafes within the hotel, you can do so. Great property there, 4-star Agadir Beach Club. And mid-March, that's 750 euros for sole occupancy, including flights and 7 nights accommodation. So that's a pretty good deal. But you can go onto the website and always you can just filter, and it's not even filter, but search based on one person, and it's all there for you on clickandgo.com. Enjoy. Worldwide holiday suggestions in August for 2 adults, 2 kids. This may be the same as the 25 years married, not 100% sure, but yes, we would be saying Mexico, Dom Rep, and the Dreams properties in particular, absolutely superb, 5-star, all-inclusive. You cannot go wrong, and the value for money in terms of the worldwide holidays, go for 10 days, not 7 days, because the flights are that bit longer, but anywhere, Dreams properties, Mexico and Dom Rep, absolutely would tick the boxes, and you will have the most wonderful holiday. Clickandgo.com. Looking for the best place for Christmas markets for 4 or 5 people in November. Now, Orla, I would just say, in November, we just need to be careful because not all of the Christmas markets will open. We don't have the opening dates yet for November 23. They're definitely open from December, but leaving that aside and let's assume they're open, 5 suggestions for you would be Berlin. It has just so many options around Christmas markets. Krakow has to be one of the prettiest, especially the old town square and Cloth Hall. Budapest, amazing, bit like Berlin, Christmas markets in a couple of locations and so traditional. The Eastern, Central European cities are just amazing for Christmas markets. 2 of the suggestions, Wrocław, which is in Poland, UNESCO World Heritage Site, great value for money, direct flights out of Dublin, and coming back to my favorite always, Vienna. So Berlin, Krakow, Budapest, Wrocław, or Vienna, take your pick, clickandgo.com. Booked a trip with a friend to Albufeira with Click&Go. Where to eat and drink, please? Oh my God, Albufeira, there is so much choice. It is hard to pinpoint. I would be saying to you, have a look at TripAdvisor and have a look at the restaurant recommendations there. Otherwise, the area around the old town, the old kind of fishing harbour area or fishing kind of beach area of Albufeira, really, really good. The Strip actually has some good options for you. That's the Estrada de Santa Eulalia. And then if you want to go further outside, get a taxi and head to Guia, G-U-I-A. It's the home of Piri Piri Chicken. It's only 10 k's away. It is amazing for something authentic and different. And same again, if you want to go somewhere else different, get a cab, 12 Ks, and you're in Villamoura. Any of the restaurants around the marina are just spectacular. You've tons of choice. You will not go hungry or thirsty in Albufeira, and the Strip is the place to go for some drinks. I'd say you're going to have some fun, B. Our non-COVID boosted folks booking to the US these days? For the US, you can enter the US once you are fully vaccinated, and that is considered to be 14 days after your final dose. A booster dose is not required to enter the US. You must have your primary COVID vaccine dose to enter the US for everybody. So no need to be boosted, but you do need that, and have a great time in the States. That's it, everybody. 21 questions. Hope they were really useful for you. Keep them coming in. We're having a great January. Don't forget, the guys are here 7 days a week, and they're here Monday to Friday until 7 p.m. if you have any inquiries. Those guys know everything in terms of holidays and what there is to know about anything on the Click&Go website. They're there to help you find the perfect holiday for you. We're also open on Saturday. We're also open on Sunday. Holiday World is on this weekend. We're out there staffing the MSC Cruises stand, so if you want to see us at Holiday World, we don't have a Click&Go stand because the guys are in here working 7 days a week, 362 days a year, but we are on the MSC stand at Holiday World. Thanks a million. All the best.